So a while ago I did a video where I talked about Hendrix-y kind of chord embellishments, you know, this kind of thing. And a few people asked me, wanted me to zoom in and really show you what I was doing with my left hand. So I thought that's what I'd do this week. And the other thing I've done is I've created a PDF of all of the chord shapes, all of the partial chord shapes that I use, and the extra notes that I add in to do the embellishments as well. So if you have a look at the PDF, they don't look like typical chords. You'll see that there's a mix of black dots and white dots. So the black dots are the notes that I hold down. So on the 5th fret, I'm in C major, I'm playing in C throughout all of this. I hold down just 3 notes, and the white dots show you the notes that I play around that root shape. So let's get to it. This first shape is up on the 3rd fret. You should recognize it as an A bar chord. And on the B string I can do the sus2, sus4 type tricks. More often than not, when I'm playing with this kind of sound, this kind of overdriven Hendrixy sound, I use power chords. And in this position I'd play with my first finger on the C root, and then my little finger to play the other notes. And that frees my 3rd finger to reach over to the 5th fret on the A string. Which doesn't sound great on its own, but what it does do is it allows you to slide up to the 7th fret. Which moves you on to the next position. See that? So on this next position there's an awful lot you can do. And the reason for that is this is where the C major root position pentatonic sits. The other thing I do is I slap my little finger across those top 2 strings, which brightens up the sound a bit more. And I use my 3rd finger to play the embellishments there. And the other thing that's nice is to bend that G string, as I do just there. So sliding up to the 8th fret, we're right where the E bar chord would sit normally if you're playing bar chords. But what I do is I just hold down the top 3 strings there, so 2 strings with my index finger, 2nd finger on the G string, and then with my 3rd finger I can do those kinds of embellishments on there. On the 10th fret, 1st finger again just bars across those 2 notes, and then use my 3rd finger to play the embellishment, which is the same notes as you get just to on that 5th fret shape that we showed earlier. So that's the 10th fret. On the 12th fret, you're in that kind of C bar chord shape, just there. Again, what I do is I simplify it, just hold my 1st finger across the bar, and then my 2nd finger play the C note there. Which is just there. And then sliding up to the 15th fret again, I've got that, it's an octave up from the 3rd fret. So, let's try C minor. With C minor, we start with this A minor bar chord just there. Moving up to the 5th fret, I put a little triad on down between the G, D and A strings. And with my little finger, I can play the embellishment notes. More often than not though, I just slide straight up to the 8th fret because this puts me in this E minor bar chord position. And it puts me right on top of that C minor pentatonic shape just then. So two ways I play this, either with the full bar chord, or I'd just put a small bar across the top three strings, which allows me to play the embellishments around there. So that's the 8th fret. Moving up to the 11th fret, what I do is I hold down my index finger across the G and the B strings on the 11th fret, put my first finger on the 12th fret. Now this shape has a tendency to sound a bit like an E flat major chord. So keeping focusing on that third finger on the 13th fret there gives it much more of a minor sound, and obviously if you've got a bass player who's playing a C root, that would give you a minor surround here. So that's the 11th fret. The 12th fret, if you take that same shape and just move your first and second finger across to make a little triangle here on the 12th fret. So my index finger is on the 12th fret and my third and second fingers on the 13th fret, and then I can use my little finger to play the embellishment notes. And then sliding up to the 15th fret and back onto that A minor bar chord that I had down on the 3rd fret. So hopefully that was useful for you. As you saw, I just stuck to C major and C minor type shapes. The thing to do is to experiment with these over chord sequences as well. You know, just say pick C, G and F and see how you get on. Just pick one shape, one embellishment, and just see how you can work it through 3 chords like that. So anyway, enjoy it, and we'll speak next time. Goodbye.